You've had crab rangoon, but today we're going to give you a taste of luxury with lobster rangoon. I'm Divya Gugnani at Shrine Asian Kitchen and Lounge at MGM Grand and Foxwoods Resort Casino in Connecticut. So let's go behind the burner and meet the chef. So I'm here with Chef Kevin Long, and Kevin, what are we making?
Today we're making lobster rangoons, which are, is our take on your classic crab rangoon, but just, more kind of New England flair to it.
So New England meets Asia, I think.
Yeah, it's, your classic, Chinese dish, crispy fried wontons. This is really kind of an Americanized dish, and we've taken it one step further.
So let's take it to the first step.
Right, so cream cheese base, and it's all in the way that you season it, which is really kind of fun. And there's a lot of sort of key points to really get that flavor. And this is a fun dish because this has been one of our signature dishes. It's one of the first dishes I've concepted for the property, and it's been an enormous hit with the guests.
So now you're gonna concept it for us and see if it's a hit with us.
Okay, so the one real cooking element of it here, which is our base, is onions. Normally there'd be onions or scallions in classic crab rangoon, but what we do is we wilt them first. So these are just wilted with a little bit of butter and water just to soften them and sweeten them. So we're going in with a little bit of sugar here. This is a natural sugar. We're also going to season just a pinch of salt because the lobster adds a little bit of brininess to it. We're doing the whites and the greens from the scallion, white pepper. And then the two really kind of key ingredients is a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, which is really delicious and really kind of the background of it. Then there's also a little bit of Japanese tonkatsu sauce, which is classically, it's kind of a fruit sauce, really along the lines of a Japanese Worcestershire in some ways. So this is our base. We're going to mix this around a little bit. It goes into our cream cheese.
Should I mix that up a little bit?
Yeah, because you really want it to be pretty well incorporated. What we're going to do now is we're just going to add a little bit of poached lobster meat here. So what we were really going for here was very luxurious lobster.
You're treating us high style,
Exactly.
But a good substitution is that you can use crab. You can even use shrimp.
Yep, it's really kind of endless when you get into it. You get the flavor profile down. It's actually very fun. So what we're going to do now is take our fresh wonton wrappers here, and we're going to stuff, and these are basically, you could make any shape that you like. We do a pyramid shape. It's bound together, and we seal like when you're making Italian pasta with egg. We actually use a little egg white. It gets a little crispier. You don't want to get too greedy.
Right, because you actually want it to seal well, and you don't want it to burst open when you're frying.
Exactly, and they do, believe me.
So don't overstuff.
So what we do here, you can use a brush, but I like to get in there, end to end, and then the other ends go in.
Look at how pretty that is.
These ridges are especially fun because they get very, very crispy. Okay, so this is your prepped product. We're going to fire a few up and get them crispy, and we'll eat some. This is your fried food at home, always a challenge, but some people are more equipped than others. And these are basically fried for just until they're crispy and hot in the center. So they only take a couple minutes.
So Kevin, these came right out of the fryer.
Right out of the fryer later, nice and crispy as promised.
Yes, as promised, but I want to plate them now.
Yep, what we're going to do, this is actually very, very simple. We have a little bit of our Kecap manis, which is a sweet soy sauce from Malaysia. It's absolutely delicious and really kind of ties everything together. We're just going to arrange these on top. We're going to give a little drizzle for another layer of flavor on top of that. And then just repeat a little bit of our scallion that's inside there. We'll garnish with a little scallion.
Get a taste of what's going to be inside.
Yep, that's
just by looking at it.
Soaked in ice water. So very cute, clean.
So I'm ready to eat.
All right, great. Let me break one in half for you so that you...
Half? I was just about to put this whole thing in my mouth.
You have to be very careful because they're very, very hot. So we're going for the creamy center and the crispy exterior. You can see that there's nice chunks of meat and some of the scallions inside, and they're pretty tasty. Crispy on the outside.
Creamy but crisp. Creamy on the inside, very crunchy on the outside.
It's like almost like a snack food. It's perfect.
It's a crab rangoon, but so much better. Thanks so much, Kevin, for having us.
Well, thank you very much.
Stay tuned to Behind the Burner, where we give you the tips, tricks, and techniques that are lighting the culinary world on fire. For the recipe, Q&A, photos, and more, visit behindtheburner.com.